In the film opening we have created, our group attempted to develop and challenge conventions of real-life forms of media. Our film also contains a variety of conventions of successful crime-thriller movies such as Snatch, Rock'n'Roller, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. The genre of our film opening is crime-thriller. One way in which we attempted to develop this was through different camera angles and shots, incorporating different editing techniques that would display our fast-paced, recognizable link between each character. These techniques contain similar media conventions from movies such as Snatch and Rock'n'Roller. For example, in our opening film, we intended to mirror certain scenes in which would challenge the stereotypical approach to a crime organization and develop the convention of transitioning between each character. We wanted to create a unique stylistic view to represent each character's skill set. The main conventions of crime movie consist of guns, money, gangsters, and an objective with a recognizable leader-link. For example, in our opening film, we wanted to represent the characters by using Snatch's stylistic approach in engaging the audience by the use of jump cuts, and creating an atmosphere of using the main conventions of crime, e.g. violence, guns, money, for our main objective. This was to create a successful non-linear narrative, as we thought it would create an atmosphere of differentiation in which the audience would want to watch more. This would occur through the use of a robbery gone wrong, which would create tension through the use of gunshots, police sirens, and a pig masking, which gave a clear insight as to what our movie would consist of. Furthermore, prior to our film opening, we had three inspirational scenes we deemed fitting for our production. For example, in Snatch we wanted to establish a fast-paced major crime organization with the use of a freeze frame to display three major skill sets to the group, as well as representing the stereotypical ideology of crime being linked together and having dominant figures within each scene. The editing technique we researched consists of jump cuts that would create our own unique style, as well as a voiceover that would entwine the storyline.
It was an in-and-out job. Quick and easy. Same crew, same gangsters. Nothing was supposed to go wrong. But it did.
This was in Rock'n'Roller. Moreover, due to the stereotypical ideology of crime being a dominant leader and a group that would contribute in some way to protect one another, our film challenged this convention, as we thought that due to crime being listed as a every man for himself organization, we wanted to diverse and create a unique individual in which the audience would feel sympathetic for, but not only have the ideology of danger and fear for that specific character. We had taken a male-dominated approach to our film, as women having the weak, inferior stereotypical ideology. We wanted to create and challenge this ideology by using multiple individuals that are all outspoken and leading their own criminal organization. Incorporating film was to give a different effect, as she, being the hacker, gave the idea of a counter-type, as normally women wouldn't be that stereotypical character. They're normally housewives or stay-at-home mothers. Lastly, the use of different media elements added different conventions that led to our movie being a unique style that engaged the audience in wanting to watch more.
When attempting to represent particular social groups, we were limited in many ways, such as age, gender, and ethnicity. However, through this, we followed the conventions of a crime movie. When making our film opening, we had a male-dominated cast in which the main character was male. We did this because in many crime movies such as Snatch and Rock'n'Roller, the main characters were male. Seeing that our film opening was inspired by these films, we decided to do the same thing. However, this was also due to the fact that we had limited choices of actors, therefore causing us to have a male-dominated cast. This was very stereotypical, as in the mass majority of crime movies, the main character are male. There's a lack of women in crime movies, especially as the main character. They are stereotypically seen as weak and in need of help. However, we decided to challenge this media convention and represent women as a powerful hacker. Furthermore, due to being inspired by Snatch and Rock'n'Roll, we wanted the majority to be male-dominated, as within these films they played big key parts. Also, when analyzing the gang leaders, gender was especially clear in that it was male-orientated. This in turn linked into ethnicity, as normally there is a white English criminal leader. However, we decided to challenge this convention and use a Indian actor instead, as it would show a wide variety of different social groups and culture. We wanted different ethnicities and social groups because we wanted there to be a sense of diversity so that the audience view would always change and develop. We decided to have all ages within our film, as in many crime movies there is always a diversity amongst age. However, we were limited through the resources we had, as we had to use actors of our own age. This proved difficult as it was a huge setback on changing the age range to our film opening. Due to being a previous student of media at GCSE, I was familiar with the use of technology that was offered, e.g. Final Cut Pro, green room, and lighting. This is most evidential as the editing within our film showed that through Final Cut Pro we were able to display footage and use the tools e.g. blade, trim, and zoom with ease. This was then used to manipulate the footage so it showed continuity and a purpose to which fitted our storyline. Furthermore, when constructing this product at A level, I have learnt a variety of technology which in turn benefited with the construction of our opening film. For example, on the one hand, we lacked the resources we needed to create a clear image which caused our film to be at the mercy of our equipment. Therefore, I bought a Canon 550D, which allowed us to film with an 18.7 megapixel camera and a recording of 10.80p. We had a variety of lenses, but the main lens we used was a 18 to 50mm lens, which gave us a smooth image in which also gave us the most suitable field of view. This is shown in our final product, as the clear shots and angles prove that our technology helped with our quality of footage. We had 3 weeks to complete our opening film. This proved strenuous due to gaining the footage and editing our film on an editing program called Final Cut Pro. We used freeze frames and manipulation of time to create emphasis on the movement they are making, as well as a storyline, stylistic imagery. We used a Mac to create our footage, and as it was a resource provided by our media department, we therefore seemed to use that, as we were going to use this within the programming and tools they provided us. In conclusion, the technology we used had a huge influence, as it caused us to gain higher marks due to no foul footage and no error of mistakes, as we could finesse and make changes to the footage, as we had high technology within our film, which caused us to reach the higher marks and the clear imagery of a real film in Hollywood or in America, as this was our inspiration and our ideology when trying to create our opening film.